Hey guys, I hope everybody is well. Now, I'm here today, I've trained this morning, and Hannah said it would be a fantastic idea if I sat and watched some old footage from back in the day, and I basically compared it myself. So just about to press play on a couple of videos. So hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Did you know that only 30% of people watching this channel are subscribed? That's not good enough. So hit that subscribe button and be subscribed. Thank you.
Here's one.
Right, what's this? This is Britain's Strongest Man 2014. Last event against Lawrence Shalai. Now, I was absolutely cacking myself going to this event. I was a couple of points in the lead, I think. And I had to win, had to beat Lawrence in this event to secure the win. And I'll never forget before this event, in the interviews and like the athlete interviews before, Lawrence was so cocky, so cocky that he was going to win. And as you see there, I give him the middle bird. And that was just, at the time, I was just so angry that everyone was just so, I'd been written off for winning that day, and I was so angry about it. As you can see there, you know, I'm saying well done and everything, but I was so, like, angry. That was an amazing moment for me, you know, winning my first Britain's Strongest Man. Qualified for World's Strongest Man as well. And yeah, the lovely celebratory hug. And I tell you what, that was a lovely moment for me and my wife. I think that's the first sort of big, my big international win was Britain's Strongest Man 2014, and to have my wife there watching on and whatever, it was nice. It was a really nice day. Tough competition, by the way. As I say, I went into that competition, won it by 3.5 points in the end, so a comfortable win. But I was written off for that competition. No one, you can ask all the other competitors, no one expected me to win that day, so really happy. Right, the World Log Lift Championships. I believe this is, I'm going to say 2015. Can't quite remember this one. Oh, no, this is 2018. After I'd buggered my hip, after I won the World's Strongest Man. Here we go, first attempt. I don't know if you can notice there, but look at my left ankle, it's very heavily strapped. Nearly got that one. Didn't have the energy to press it, and believe me, I was so angry I didn't get that lift. So annoyed. I got convinced backstage to skip a lift, so we're meant to do 212 or 213, then 220, then the world record. And Iron Bibby came backstage and said, oh, he's tired, he doesn't want to do 220, can we go straight to 230? I said no. But in all honesty, that messed me up. I had a plan and I didn't stick to it, and that's my number one rule. Have a plan, write it down and stick to it. So here we go, 230 kilo for the second time, and believe me, I was beyond angry that I'd missed that lift. Trained so hard for this, and I think it was 2.5 weeks before I'd actually stepped out of mum and dad's house onto a doormat and snapped my ankle. So you can see my ankle's heavily strapped there, full to the brim with painkillers. Here we go, 230 kilo, which would have been the world record for the second attempt within 5 minutes. And if you know, I'll say this before the lift happens, I nearly lock it out, and then you watch all my weight transfer to my good ankle, and that's what throws me off balance. A real shame. I genuinely believe if I hadn't to snap my ankle, I'd have smashed that world record that day. It's just one of those things. And people won't know this, but the log actually warped, because the day before it was put in a van to travel up to the arena, and overnight it must have just been left next to a heated wall or something, and the whole log just warped a little bit, and it threw everybody off, to be honest, but there was nothing we could do. Here we go to third breath. Down, up, little bounce. Look at that, virtually locked, and the ankle gave way. And if you can't see it on this one, but as I was pressing up, I brought my head through too early, and I actually like proper bruised all my nose because I came through a bit too quick. Scratched my nose, so it looks like I'm crying a little bit, but genuinely I just literally punched myself in the face with a log. Oh, here we go, the final event at World's Strongest Man 2017, the Atlas Stone Run. You know what, all I need to do was 4 stones in 28 seconds or quicker, and I won the World's Strongest Man. As you see here, now I put 4 stones up in I think about 19 seconds. Here we go, just under about 20 seconds. So I'd already won the World's Strongest Man at this point. And then I attempted the 5th one. I was absolutely gassed. I think it's like the 13th event in a 2-week period. I just lost my grip on picking it up, couldn't get it. So, and you know what, I was just like, oh, sod it, I've already won. Brian put his 5th up, rolled on the floor, and then I just heard somebody shout. I wasn't sure if I won or not. I was asking the referees if I'd won, and everyone's like, you know about, we don't know. Put that last stone up. And with 10 seconds to go, I put that 5th stone up, and as you see, I had less than 3 seconds left on the clock. And I put that 5th stone up and won the World's Strongest Man. I tell you what, there's a lot of worry in my head then, and I thought I'd messed up.
It was 4 stones to be the champ.
World's Strongest Man representing Great Britain, Eddie Hall!
That was a nice feeling when my name got announced. The World's Strongest Man.
Moment. Strongest Man! Who are you?
I forget how big I was. You know, I was 430 pounds there. Like, just a different human to what I am now. Literally a different human being. It's nice to watch back. Oh, look at that. 1 point above half for Julius Bjornsson. If only you'd got that extra rep on the Viking press. It's a shame. Here we go, UK Strongest Man. My first UK Strongest Man title win. I was so eager to win this competition. My first time there. Look at that. I was so like nervous, making a mistake. Ken Nowicki was going to thrash me on that, I think, at one point. I was just so nervous, making loads of mistakes. I must say how good I looked. How old was it? 2011. I would have been 23. Yeah, I'd have been 23 years old there. The youngest person to ever win the UK Strongest Man. And this is where I overtake now. This is where the brute power comes in. There we go. 4 stone up. I was a real showman back in the day as well. Everyone hated me. Hated me. Shouted, bawled, made noise, shouted at other competitors, pissed them off. Boom. First UK Strongest Man win. That is absolutely awesome to watch. I haven't seen that for a long time. I think I was 23 years old, so I was 23 stone, which is, I'm going to say like 125 kilo, 130 kilo, something like that. I think I won almost every event in the final. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 point lead on second place. I'd say out of all, like, in terms of like competitions, that was like one of the most iconic for me, because that sort of moved my mentality from being an amateur strongman to a pro. You know, that's when I realised that I am, you know, the business. You know, I can go on and win the World's Strongest Man. Oh, this is going to be a good one. 2014 World Deadlift Championships, world record deadlift, 461 kilos for a new world record. Benny Madison had just pulled it 5 minutes prior to this. I was so psyched up for this, like so angry, smashing the changing rooms up, headbutting walls, growling at everybody. The adrenaline was through the roof. Here I am strapping on. I bet my legs start shaking in a minute. I was that like psyched up. Here we go. I always had this ritual. Like I'd strap up, I'd dip down. I'd have to roll it in exactly 3 times. So it'd be 1 roll, 2 roll, and then the 3rd roll, big breath. So we go 1 roll, 2 roll, boom. There we go. Got it to the knees quick, and then that last bit was a grind. And then I dropped it. Locked it out, the referee gave me the down signal, and then just out of pure madness really, just seeing the crowd erupt, I just let go, wanted to celebrate, and then I was like, and my good friend Magnus Magnuson there saying no lift, which honestly I wanted to run and punch him in the face, but rules are rules, exactly like Magnus said, rules are rules. Quite an emotional day for me, a very tough thing to take, because obviously doing the world record deadlift and then having it snatched away within that split second, and it went from like having £10,000 prize money to 0. I actually lost money that weekend. It actually cost me about £500 to travel up, own hotel, own food, and you know, I left empty-handed. So it was that weekend that I got back that weekend, and I decided that I was going to be a pro strongman. I actually sat down with the wife, and I was like, I've had enough. I'm sick of spending all my money. I'm sick of training all year to go and lose money at competitions. I was just done, you know, mentally done. Just had enough. And it was my wife actually that said to me, "What the fuck are you on about? You know, you've just pulled a world record deadlift, disqualified or not. You just pulled it. If you can do that, you can definitely, you know, that tells me that you can win the world's strongest man." And that was my flick switch. That was the moment I sort of said to myself, you know what, you're fucking right. That was the Saturday. I had Sunday to think about it, and then Monday morning I rung in work sick, and I did 6 months sick pay, and I never went back to work. So it was that weekend, really, technically, that I became a professional strongman. I decided to quit my job, sell my business, and chase my dream. Some people see that as a negative, you know, that although it was a negative, a massive negative in my life, it put fire in my belly, booted me up my own ass, and made me become a professional strongman. If I hadn't, I'd failed that deadlift back in 2014. I don't think I'd have ever got the sort of power, the willpower to go on and win the world's strongest man. So Magnus Magnuson, although that was a harsh decision and a harsh day, I want to thank you for giving me that kick in the ass to go on and be the best. Here we go. This is redemption. So this is about, I'd say 7-8 months later, after I dropped the world record deadlift, and I was in Melbourne. I actually competed at Ohio, Arnold Classic, knackered. I got asked to fly to Australia the week after to pull a world record deadlift, and I said yes. Flew there, had dinner. The next morning, 11 a.m., I didn't even have one night's sleep. Asked to pull world record deadlift after 40 hours of traveling and a competition in Ohio. Now, Arnold was meant to turn up at 11. He didn't turn up, so at 11:15, I'm like, sod it, I'm doing the lift. Arnold or no Arnold, strapped onto the bar. Started rocking it back and forth. So I do my 3 rolls. I do 1, 2, and then by the 3rd roll, I noticed the pair of shoes on my right-hand side, purple pair of loafers. And that's when I realised that Arnold Schwarzenegger was there just before I began to lift. And I couldn't fail. Who could fail with Arnold Schwarzenegger there? Nobody. Completed the lift, down signal. Now this is the redemption, because I lowered the bar to the floor. An official world record in a competition with Arnold Schwarzenegger right by my side. Now, I want to apologise to Arnie for leaving him hanging there. I just so psyched up, just didn't quite click. And there it is, the old Predator handshake. Eddie, you monster, that was amazing. Oh my God, you're so great. Genuinely, like, people say you have moments in life you never forget, you know, like getting married, having kids, you know, near-death experiences, blah, blah, blah. If you was going to, like, put like a moment of life, a measurement on it, like, I would say like the days my kids were born, you know, that emotion, that sheer sort of overwhelmness. It's like that, but 10 times better. This is a nice story. So Arnold actually called me the Beast that day. He's a beast. And that is where my nickname came from, the Beast. That weekend, it made headlines around the world. You know, Strongman does world record in front of Arnold Schwarzenegger. And it wasn't Eddie Hall, it wasn't Strongman, it was the Beast. So that's where my nickname came from, actually. Arnold gave me the nickname The Beast, and it got traction, and everyone knew me as The Beast from then on, so I became The Beast. So Arnold actually, overnight, propelled me from, and this is, you got to remember, this is during the period of like, I was on six months sick pay. So I was in a weird period of like, do I go back to work? Do I continue with the Strongman? And I was struggling to sort of find a brand and sort of build on something. And then when Arnold called me the Beast, that was perfect. That was the perfect opportunity to build a brand, become the Beast. And that propelled me, that weekend solidified me to make me realize that I made the right decision. I made the right decision to become a pro strongman. And again, I don't think if Arnold wasn't there and Arnold didn't call me the Beast, maybe I wouldn't have got all the sponsorship. Maybe I wouldn't have had all the money to sort of throw at training and food and recovery. So again, like another little moment in my career that propelled me to that World's Strongest Man title. Right, that is it. That's sort of, I like this. I tell you what, it's nice to sit here and sort of reminisce, if that's the right word, on old videos and watch back of my little snippets of my career. I've got to say, out of all of them, I know the 500 kilo deadlift is special. You know, it's something I was the first man to ever lift half a ton, and winning the World's Strongest Man is special. You know, I think there's 21 people on this planet now that have won the World's Strongest Man, and I'm one of them. If you're going to ask me which is the most special, like which one means the most to me, it's got to be the World's Strongest Man win. It's got to be. You know, it's something that I've dreamt of from a young boy, and as I've got older, I've just became obsessed with it. And I knew one day I'd hold the title, but it was the sort of aftermath of winning the World's Strongest Man I wasn't sure of, and I'm in that period of life now, and I'm telling you guys now, it's f***ing awesome. It's awesome being the World's Strongest Man. It's awesome traveling the world and doing what I do. And so for everyone out there that supports, that buys any merchandise, that watches the videos, that likes the videos, that subscribes, I just want to say from me to you, from the heart, thank you very much. And subscribe to the video channel, okay? Big love, the Beast. Take care, guys.